and make sure that it's on the correct one. And then we'll start to draw a circle with a certain radius that we measured from the prototype, and then we'll try to extrude the circle so it can be looked as a cylinder. The extruding of the circle will be with a certain height that we also measured from the prototype. And now we will try to draw a circle on the top of the cylinder, and then we'll use the lines to connect between the two circles, the smaller one with a smaller radius and the bigger one with a bigger radius, as you can see now in the video. So now here we drew a line from the center to the center to make sure that the size is correct, and then we offset this line twice from the left and from the right with a certain length, as you can see here. And then we're going to extrude cut this shape, but before we need to clean it and to show clearly what shape do we need. So we're going to use trim to trim the things that is just a waste. And now, as I mentioned in the previous video, we'll extrude cut with a certain height, and to extrude cut we should have a closed circle at the end from the edges. As you can see, we started with a circle and its certain radius, 15. Another circle with a smaller radius, and then we'll extrude it with a certain height. After extruding, we'll draw another circle, and then we'll draw a smaller circle so we can extrude it. The extruding will be from the inside, not outside, so it won't show up. After extruding, we'll draw another circle also. Mainly in this part, it's only about drawing circles and extruding them. We repeated this part to the other end, and we tried to find the center to draw a circle again. We did exactly what we did for the other side, and now we will draw a circle. And now after drawing the circle, we extrude it to a certain height, so we'll have the cylindrical shape, and then we'll try to draw on the top surface of the cylindrical shape. We will draw a circle, and then we'll extrude cut this circle with a certain height. On the other side, we will do exactly what we did to the previous side. And now we will try to draw a circle on the top surface. And we'll extrude the circle. Extrude cut it. Now we'll draw a circle that had the same radius as the previous one. And then on the upper surface, we'll draw a circle that has a smaller radius than the bigger one, and a larger radius than the smaller one. After that, we are going to draw small circles around the surface. we will put center lines between the circle, so we can gain the right places and we can mirror the other circles. After that, we drew a line from the center of the surface to a certain point. We'll measure this angle between the two lines. And then at this certain point, we'll draw the circle. We'll make a center line, and then we'll make a mirror from the circle that we drew along the center line that we just drew. After drawing all the circles, we will start to trim everything that is extra and unneeded. And now it's a new part. It's called the impeller of our rotator. We'll start to draw with a circle, and then we'll extrude the circle for a certain height. We will draw another circle from the center. And then another circle. After that, we will draw a small line. It's in the center of the two circles. And then we'll do an offset for this line, once on the left and once on the right. And we will clean the inner line, the one between them. After this, we'll try to extrude this we'll try to extrude this square. And then we chose something called linear pattern. We will do the circular pattern, so this pattern can be repeated all around the circle with a certain distance. One side of the pillar is ready, and repeating everything. Now we will draw a circle, and we will extrude it to a certain height. We will do the same to the other side. We'll draw a smaller circle on the surface that we just drew. And then another circle also with a smaller radius. After that, we'll extrude these two circles to a certain height. We will draw another circle from the same center. And we'll extrude cut it through all of them, so it will show a hole. We will check for the center, and we'll make small circles, and we'll extrude them. In here, we will draw two circles at the surface, and then we will draw a line in the center, a small line between them, and we will make a hole. It's exactly as the idea of the pillar, but it's only one hole, and we will not extrude the rectangle up, we'll extrude it down with a certain height. With a certain height. We will draw another circle on the top plane of our cylindrical shape, a small cylinder. And then another circle so we can extrude it. On the other side, we'll do the same. We will do two circles, one with a larger radius and one with a smaller radius. We will extrude exactly as what we did on the other side. We will draw a circle again on the top side, and we will extrude cut this circle through all. From the same center, we will draw another circle. And we will extrude this circle to a certain height. Do the same for this side as we did for the previous side. We highlighted this part so we can draw on it a circle. And then draw another circle with a smaller radius and extrude it for a certain height. And now we repeat the same thing. We will draw two circles, one with a smaller radius, one with a larger radius, and extrude them. After drawing a circle, we will draw a line from the center of the circle to the end, and so it can help us to find another line with a certain angle. After drawing the second line, we want to draw a circle, but first of all we want to check the distance between the center of the circle and this line, and the end of this line. And then we will draw a smaller circle. After drawing this circle, we will draw another circle with a larger radius. And then we will attach the edges of the second circle with a line to the bigger circle. After that, we will trim all the unneeded lines so we can have the shape needed. Here is the shape that we need, and then we will try to make a fillet for the two lines that I just did. Well, after that, I will make another line from the center of the circle, and I will choose the mirror to make this shape on the other side and also down in both sides. After getting this shape and doing everything needed, we will extrude this shape to a certain height, and we will try to draw on the surface of the shape. We will draw a circle from the center. And then we will draw a smaller circle from the same center. We will extrude the two circles that we just drew to a certain height. We'll draw a smaller circle with a smaller radius, and I'll extrude this circle through all. as you just saw, it's exactly the same as the last part, but the last part is the casing and this is the cover. So we'll draw a bigger circle from the center, and then we'll draw another circle and we'll extrude these two circles. After extruding the two circles, now we will extrude, but in the inner part from the inside, with a certain height. After that, we will draw a circle from the same center, and we will extrude the circle with a certain height also. Then, from the surface of the circle that I just extruded, I will draw a smaller circle from the same center. Here's a new part. In this part, we will draw two circles and we'll extrude them. The two circles, one should be smaller than the other. From the same center, I will draw another circle and I will extrude it. Only one circle. And now from the surface, I will draw a circle from the center. More circles from the center of the circle that I just drew. After doing the 4 circles and cleaning everything that I don't need, I will extrude the 4 circles that I just drew with a certain height. After completing the extruding, I will draw 2 circles from the same center and I will extrude them up with a certain height. Here is my last part is completed, which is the cover of the impeller. Finally, we're trying to assemble all the parts together. After drawing all the parts and completing them, we will open a new page for an assembly, and all the parts will be shown on the left as you just saw, and we start to assemble the parts up together to get our model. After putting all the parts together, we will try to make sure that the sizes between the parts are just correct and right. Not exactly, but at least it looks like as much as our model.